Om. 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 Sahanavatu. Sahanau Bhunaktu. Sahaviryam Karavavahai. Tejasvinavaditamastu. Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sadasivasamārambam Sankaracharyamadhyamam Asmadacharyaparyantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Vande Guru Paramparam. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudirayet. We did yesterday number 10. Okay. We're supposed to do some Manana on the sloka number 10. Oh my God. I don't know why this is showing this. Okay. So sloka number 10.
Yeah, we can start from Shloka 10.
Okay. Yeah. Sahayajnaha prajaha Shritva Puravacha Prajapatihi Anena Prasavishyat
Shall I
Dvamesa.
chant?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
just go ahead.
Saha yajna praja srishtva purovacha prajapatihi anena prasavishyadvam eshavostvishta kamadhuka.
Okay. In the beginning, the Creator, having created human beings along with the yajna, said, "By this yajna shall you multiply. May this yajna be a wish fulfilling cow for you." So we read about yesterday Prajapati being means creator, the Lord of all beings called Brahmaji. So in the beginning, the Lord said refers to the Veda. So he says Veda is body of knowledge considered not to have been written by anyone. Instead, it is looked upon as knowledge revealed to ancient sages, rishis by the Lord. So what Lord said, then is in the Veda, what he said is for the sake of the human beings he has created. So, animals being programmed do not need the knowledge contained in the Veda. Along with the human beings, the Lord created yajnas and enjoined everyone to perform the rituals and other karmas found in the Veda. So, he created the human beings as along with um, creating human beings, he also created yajnas, enjoined everyone to perform that rituals and the other karmas found in the Veda. So we looked at it yesterday. Let me read it anyway, then we can um, go over this, do Manana on this. Vedic rituals cover all phases of life. Even before a child is born, a ritual is performed. The Sanskrit word for wife is patni and for husband patihi. The letter I in pati is replaced by n and the feminine suffix I is added to form the word patni, meaning wife. The Panini Sutra Patyurno Yajna Samyoge. The Panini Sutra that describes this grammatical rule states that the substitution is only done when a woman is connected to a man for the purpose of doing yajna, meaning a Vedic ritual. A man marries for this reason, since without a wife he cannot perform certain rituals enjoined by the Veda. Most
That is
Vedic
why,
rituals.
sorry, 1 second. That is
Go
why
ahead. Mhm.
they say marriage is for mutual upliftment. The actual purpose of marriage is to um, uplift one another,
One
take
another.
one
Yeah.
another further in the spiritual path. See, the man cannot do any Vedic ritual without a wife, and a wife does not become a wife unless she's connected with a man for this purpose.
Yeah.
So it's so very well kind of cemented the whole purpose.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's very nicely put this verse actually. The most Vedic rituals require one's wife Patni to take part. Although the husband Pati actually performs the ritual, he cannot do so without his wife's permission, nor can he perform it without her. Therefore, the marriage itself has a religious purpose. The very taking of a woman's hand in marriage, accepting another person into one's life, is religious. The woman herself need not perform any Vedic ritual because she naturally receives half the results of the rituals that her husband performs, and the results of any sins the husband may perform belong to him alone. Thus she wins hands down. Although the wife is not required to perform rituals, she has specific duties related to them, such as preparing certain food. In this way, there is a sharing of responsibility. The husband performs the rituals and the wife gives her permission and attends them. Because she enables him to be qualified to perform the rituals, she is called Patni, meaning that she is connected to Yajna. Thus, inherent in the grammar of such words as Patni is the Vedic attitude about marriage. There are Vedic rituals performed for the consummation of the marriage, for impregnation. Again, a Vedic ritual is done during the seventh or eighth month of pregnancy for the safety of mother and child. When the child is born, the ritual called Jateshti, Jateshti, Chautishti is performed by the parents on the child's behalf because the baby cannot do it. What is this Jatishji, Dr. Pramra? I don't know.
Actually, there are
Mm,
Shodasha Samskaras. There are 16
mm,
different rituals.
mm.
They signify they're to be done at every um,
Stage of
crucial
life.
juncture in a
Mm,
person's life. So even before the baby is born, before conception, this
mm,
thing is done.
mm,
So basically, what it started off with saying, the Lord, the divine Ishvara created the whole thing with
mm,
yajna as the thing. So everything is a yajna. Marriage is a yajna.
mm,
Giving birth is a yajna. Conception is a yajna.
mm. Right.
So Jatishti is done for a
Mm.
married couple before they conceive.
Oh.
No, no, Jateshti, here the baby, when the baby is born and a baby cannot do it, then the parents do it on the baby's behalf. Jateshti. We
Sorry, the
pray.
Jatish, not just before pregnancy. There's another one called that. I think it's called
Huh.
Garbhadana Samskara, right? That is
That is
Garbha Samskara.
at the time of conceiving means that dates are um, um, from the dates we can get the Garbha Sanskar for the child. Yeah, before that. When the baby is conceived, Garbha Dharan Sanskar after 7 months it starts. And then there will be a baby shower like in the seventh or ninth month again.
I think this Jatishti is something like the baby shower because
Mm.
see
No,
this
no, this is after, here it is written, it is after
when the
the
child
baby
is
born.
born.
Ah.
But then
Yeah,
again, a Vedic ritual
actually,
is
on the
done
third
when
day, we have a puja. We keep one Devi's pendant in the baby's around the baby's neck, light, small pendant. So we said we call it Juti. Means I don't know the significance, but now when I read it, so it is from the child who cannot perform. So this is new term, but that abbreviated means that um, term which we use is a juti in
Mm.
our area.
Okay. Anyway, we'll find out. This everybody has little different customs, right? That but that name itself I didn't understand what it was. Then there is a naming ritual, Namakarana, which is similar to the Christian christening ceremony. During the first year of child's life, there is a ritual during which the baby's ears are pierced. This is also said to have some acupuncture value. A ritual for removing the hair may be performed at the same time or later. In the eighth year or the 12th year, depending on which group the child belongs to, another ritual is performed for initiation into the Veda. A mantra is given, and the child is referred to as one who is twice born, the second birth being result of the initiation ceremony. From this time onwards, a male child is to perform certain daily rituals, and when he marries, as we have seen, certain other rituals are to be performed also. Thus, in the Vedic vision, a child is born of rituals and is maintained by rituals. Certain rituals are performed 3 times daily, at dawn, at sunset, and at noon, when the sun is directly above one's head. This is direct propitiation. As we have seen, all other activities being indirect propitiation. In this way, everything is a ritual, even eating. Only after 6 morsels of food are given to the Lord does one begin eating. There is another ritual at the end of the meal using water and a mantra. Bathing is also a ritual. A boy who has been initiated into the Veda has to do certain rituals from the time He gets up in the morning until he goes to bed at night. He has to remember certain chants in order to do these required rituals. Throughout his life, this continues. So we talked about how the Brahmaji creating human beings, and along with the yajna is also uh, created. Commitment to the Veda is a life of yajna. So yajna is created for the people to perform. Uh, Commitment to the Veda is a life of yajna. Commitment to the Veda is a life of yajna. There are yet other rituals, quite a few in fact. There are yet other rituals, quite a few in fact, that they must be done on special occasions. One's entire life is a yajna, and the person is called a Vaidika, one who is committed to the Veda. To be a Vaidika is no joke. It means that the person is to perform all the enjoined rituals. In other words, to live a religious life. This is what Lord Krishna meant here when he said that when he created human beings, he also created yajnas. So again, that last sentence, this is what Lord Krishna meant here when he said that when he created human beings, he also created yajnas. Prasava meaning growth.
Sorry to
Dr. Mara, can you just read the last few lines?
Sure. Mm, I think I passed that. So.
I have found out the meaning of that Jateshti. Here it is in Chat GPT said when the babies that नाल हमारे वो जो baby connected to the womb, no, that when
Mm,
it cut, what is it called? Cord.
The umbilical
Cord.
cord.
Huh.
The cord
Umbilical
when it
cord. That
falls.
when it is cut, after that, when the baby and mother get stabilized, so after that, uh, mother's parents or the father's parents will use the golden stick, golden that s- um, thin um, strand to write om or with the honey, like that some ritual is there. Ghee. Either it is ghee or honey. So that vidhi is named as jatishti.
mm,
That is jata karma means sanskar. That is the first dharmic vidhi where the prayer is done for the happy means arogya, dirghayushya and buddhi. And for these three, there is a prayer. Thank
mm.
you.
Okay, nice. Thank you. So the last paragraph that I'll read. Thus, in the Vedic vision, a child is born of rituals and is maintained by rituals. Certain rituals are performed 3 times daily at dawn, at sunset, and at noon. When the sun is directly above one's head, this is a direct propitiation, as we have seen all other activities being indirect propitiation. In this way, everything is a ritual, even eating. Only after 6 morsels of food are given to the Lord does one begin eating. There is another ritual at the end of a meal using water and a mantra. Bathing is also a ritual. A boy who has been initiated into the Veda has to do certain rituals from the time he gets up in the morning until he goes to bed at night. He has to remember certain chants in order to do the required rituals. Throughout his life, this continues. So the next paragraph is that commitment to the Veda is a life of yajna. There are yet other rituals,
Means
quite
three
a
times a day it is a Gayatri, I think.
yeah,
Because
Santhya Vadana, right? That's a
Sandhyavan. Mm.
mm. So there
And
are
then for food also, while eating, before eating.
yeah, that's what it said, like 6 morsels of the food given to the Lord before one begin eating, and at
Mm.
the end of the food also there is you are using water and mantra, maybe thanking all the food to
Mm.
be digested. I don't know.
Yeah, those that have done upakarma is they have a different thing. They call it auposhana.
Mm,
But otherwise, saying a prayer, it not
mm,
only blesses the food that you eat, it
right,
uh, normal prayer usually that is said that there those two verses from Gita,
right.
Brahmarpanam
Brahmarpana.
Brahmahavihi,
Mm.
and then Aham Vaishvanaro Bhutva Praninam Deham Ashritaha.
Oh, yeah, that's in the 15th chapter, right?
Yeah,
Mm.
that is in the 15th chapter.
15th chapter, 14th sloka, I think. That day
Yeah.
you told that sloka also.
So when you look at it from the bigger perspective, the whole
Mm.
life itself is a
Mm-hmm.
ritual, is a yajna.
It is. Mm.
And every time these mantras are there to bring us back to that awareness
Mm-hmm.
that everything is a yajna. And the genesis of this yajna. So although we are living a life of daily activity, it is
Yeah.
bringing in the aspect of Ishvara there.
In the previous verse or somewhere I was telling you about we kind of forgetting Ishvara time to time. This will certainly you will remind Ishvara with everything you do, right? That with every ritual, that everything
Right.
with
But
daily life.
unfortunately, it has become so mechanical that
Yeah.
we just do it mechanically,
Mm.
forgetting the significance, forgetting the not being aware of the import behind it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
See, if marriages were taken as a ritual, as a yajna,
Mm-hmm.
which is how it used to be taken in the olden days, they would not, we would not have ended up in having so much of divorces and separation cases,
Right. So
isn't
much.
it? It is
Yeah.
now taken as a matter of convenience and
Yeah.
personal choice.
Everything is convenience now.
So I don't like, again, it's all see based on raga dvesha. Why do people separate?
Yeah. Because of the ego and that ignorance, they don't able to not compensate, like adjust to each
Earlier
other's
they used to just stay.
compromises.
I
Yeah.
mean, they would not
Yeah.
even think. I mean, it was never thought of on the cards. That way, Mandodari was such a beautiful, very pious lady. She had Ravana. He was not listening to her in so many ways. She did not divorce him. She stayed with him.
Mm.
So what I meant was the importance of of marriage, how
Mm.
you value it, was so
Mm-hmm.
different in the ancient times compared to what it is now.
Yeah.
So basically, we have to bring in that sanctity in every aspect of
Yeah.
in whatever we
And
do.
also the validity of all the
Yeah,
things that we do,
right.
also with really good values. Mhm. Yeah. Commitment to the Veda is a life of yajna. There are yet other rituals, quite a few in fact, that must be done on special occasions. One's entire life is a yajna, and the person is called Vaidika. So one's entire life is a yajna, and the person is called Vaidika, one who is committed to the Veda. To be a Vaidika is no joke. It means that the person is to perform all enjoined rituals. In other words, to live a religious life. This is what Lord Krishna meant here when he said when he sorry that when he created human beings, he also created yajnas. Is that okay, Dr. Brahmra? Or do you want me to read anything? Hmm. Prasava meaning growth. Prasava meaning growth is an interesting word here. You begin your life with just yourself, aham, I myself. When you get married, there are two of you, because of which there can be no end of growth. So that's what the prasava means. Prasava meaning growth is an interesting word here. You begin your life with just yourself, aham, I, myself. When you get married, there are two of you, because of which there can be there can be no end of growth. Thus, the singular becomes dual and then plural, three, four, or more. Thus, Krishna said that by yajna, may you grow, increase. So, that is a yajna. So, everything we do is in yajna. May you grow, increase. Whenever the word said is used, as it is in this verse, there is always an intention involved. Thus, to understand a sentence, you have to see the intention. By giving human beings the rituals that are in the Veda. So, by giving human beings the rituals that are in the Veda, the Lord intended for us to grow. Let this yajna be for you, he said. Let it be the cow that yields anything you desire. Let it be your wish fulfilling cow. Okay, I'll read the last line again. By giving human beings the ritual that are in the Veda, the Lord intended for us to grow. Let this yajna be for you. He said, let it be the cow that yields anything you desire. Let it be you, or wish fulfilling cow. The cow Krishna was referring to was certainly not your ordinary milk giving cow. This particular cow, called Kamadhenu, belonged to a well known sage Vasishta. One day, Vishwamitra, the king, came to the forest where the sage lived. The king was accompanied by a huge retinue, all of whom were hungry. Finding Vasishta's hut, they went inside and asked him for food. In only 5 minutes, food was served to them. When the king asked Vasishta how this had been possible, the sage replied that he had a cow in the yard. Where, what does a cow have to do with all this wonderful food? The king asked. The cow gives everything. Vasishta replied. The king then asked Vasishta to give him the cow. Vasishta told the king that he could give him the cow, but it would not be of any use to him because it would yield only to one who is Brahma Rishi. Okay, it would yield only to one who is Brahma Rishi, and the king was a Kshatriya. The story is a metaphor based on the real meaning of the word Brahmarishi, one who has the knowledge whereby everything is gained. Vasishta had this knowledge and Vishwamitra did not. By knowing the whole Brahman as oneself, everything is as well known. Having this knowledge, the person has who has everything because he or she is everything. The last line again, by knowing the whole Brahman as oneself, everything is as well known. Having this knowledge, the person has everything because he or she is everything. Vasishta's wish fulfilling cow, Kamadhenu, stands for knowledge. Thus, Krishna is saying here, let the knowledge of Brahman prove to be Kamadhenu. So, let the knowledge of Brahman prove to be a Kamadhenu. Let it fulfill all your wishes. So, again, this paragraph Vashishta's wish fulfilling cow, Kamadhenu, stands for knowledge. Thus, Krishna is saying here, let the knowledge of Brahman prove to be Kamadhenu. Let it fulfill all your wishes. Definition of Brahmana. When you have no wishes, you do not need any wishes fulfilled. That you are full and complete means that you have no wishes. But to know that you are full and complete, you must be a Brahma Rishi, meaning that you must be a knower of Brahman, a Brahmanyani. There is an Upanishad called Vajra, Vajra Chuchiko Upanishad. Vajra Chuchi meaning a diamond needle. Vajra Chuchi is uh, meaning a diamond needle, one that pierces and thus defines. A Brahmana is defined in it as follows. A Brahmana is one who has knowledge of Brahman, and everyone else is a Brahmana, a Brahmana, a Brahmana, sorry. And everyone else is an Abrahmana. The wish fulfilling cow will only yield to one who knows Brahman. Therefore, the cow would have been useless to the king. All he would have received from it would be a kick. This made the king very angry, of course, a typical Kshatriya response. He vowed that he would become a Brahma Rishi in order to get the cow, for which he performed enormous austerities, tapas. As long as he continued to be angry, he did not become a Brahma Rishi. In fact, as long as he wanted to become Brahma Rishi, he did not become one. Eventually, having given up wanting to become a Brahma Rishi, he got the knowledge that made him a Brahma Rishi. In the Veda, the Lord said, Yelet. So, in the Veda, the Lord said, let Yajna give you everything. So, let Yajna give you everything. Let it be your wish fulfilling cow. Yajna is a prayer, as we have seen, and as yoga, it gives you antakarana shuddhi, purification of the mind, and then jnana, knowledge. Mumukshus want to know, and for this they employ various means, various disciplines, all of which are yajna. The wish fulfilling cow is also said to be available in Indra's world. So when you go there, please make sure that you see it. Just as when you go to Agra, you cannot come back with say that you did not see the Taj Mahal. So too, when you go to heaven, you had better look for Kamadhenu. So you all become Brahma Rishis and go and see Kamadhenu. So then it will give everything. Anyway, so nicely put, right? So we have seen how we are created, the human beings are created. Along with it, there is a creation of all this Vedas, which is enriched with all these yajnas to be done by the human beings to acquire that knowledge. Of course, Vedas is considered as a part of Karma Kanda, but if it is done with that attitude as yajna, and that causes the purification of the mind and the knowledge happens. So, how nicely enumerated lot of the whole life, right? How, why a man marrying the woman, it is a religious ritual, and then how one become two, and then two become multiply, and that's the wish is given by the Lord. May you grow. Prasava. Nice, nice word. So this Brahma Rishi is that one who acquired the knowledge. Is he is full and complete, so he is everything. So he is not looking for no more that wishes and things like that. And of course, when we reviewed this Vasishtha and Vishwamitra's uh, story as well. Nice. So please share your thoughts. And I don't know if there's anything to be read, we can read again.
And that growth is so beautifully brought out.
Mm.
First, it is aham, and then we become vayam with two,
Mm.
and then that becomes three and four.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, if you look at it scientifically, also, your DNA is getting, your
Multiply.
DNA is persisting. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
perpetuating,
Continuing, right? Yeah.
continuing the cycle, right?
Mm-hmm. And the word Kamadhenu also, we think, oh, if you pray to Kamadhenu, we think all in materialistic aspect only, but uh, I never thought of that way, all this God. Uh, when you see the picture of Kamadhenu, they put all the gods and goddesses on the body of the cow, right? And I this makes sense, like what we read. Especially
So
I
Kamadhenu actually represents Brahmajnana, right?
yeah, yeah, no.
Knowledge of the Brahman.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have that, you have everything. You have the whole.
Right. So that how it's compared, right? Like the wish fulfilling cow. So normally, if you take it literally, okay, it will fulfill our wishes, but obviously, it will only fulfill for that certain person who is has the knowledge of Brahman. It's not for everyone, and that's clearly stated here. Uh, how this Brahman knowledge of Brahman is so important for us, and then and the way they put it is, you do your life as yajna, and the end it will be this acquiring this knowledge. If you really follow all that completely given here, you will become that. And also how the Bhagavan said that intention, how we understand that in that the sentence, how it is given, all that is so nicely put in this verse.
And in the previous verse, I think it was said, if
Mm,
this order is disrupted, if this order, because
mm,
human beings only have this ability
right,
to
right.
do
Hallelujah.
this as a yajna, because animals are anyway in autopilot mode.
Mm-hmm,
They will just go according to the instinct. It's only
mm,
human beings who have this ability to use
mm,
their viveka. So if we go against this yajna that is already ordained, the order of Ishvara,
mm,
that is when the whole cycle of creation gets disrupted, as in the ecology, where we talked about the ecology of thought, ecology of mind,
right. Mm,
right? So the ecology gets disturbed. That
yeah.
interdependence, when each of us is interdependent on one another,
Mm,
and when we fail to recognize this and do things according to our whims and fancies, then there is disruption of the whole thing.
mm,
And COVID is a big example of that.
true.
We overutilize natural resources. We did not pay heed to pollution.
Yeah.
It was only um, commercial gains, monetary benefits. This was the only value. That's the problem with the current world, is they value status, they value money. The world continues to. That's how the society has evolved. Gone are the values um,
Yeah.
of
They
all the
want to
human
make quick
values.
money and they
Yeah,
want to become
yeah.
rich,
No more
enjoy life.
ethics.
Yeah.
There's no ethics in life, right? So they ethics. The basically you live because you want. You want more and more and more. So
Mm,
greed is what determines life. The greed is what governs our life. It is
mm,
not need. It is not okay. This is how much I need. That's enough. We don't say enough. I want more and more.
Mm. Okay, anyone else? We'll go on to 11th verse now. I hope I can read this one. Stay this one. Devan Bhavat Bhavayat.
Shall I read?
Yeah,
The-
go ahead. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
देवान् भावयतानेन ते देवा भावयन्तु वः परस्परं भावयन्तः श्रेयः परमवाप्स्यथ धन्यवाद.
Thank you. I kind of lost touch with saying the slokas now. So I have to practice again. Anena, with this, Devan, the deities, Bhavayata, propitiate. Te, those, Devaha, deities, Vaha, you, Bhavayantu, may propitiate. 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 Parasparam, one another. Bhavayantaha, propitiating. So bhavayata, bhavayantu, bhavayantaha, propitiating. Param Shreya, highest good. Param Shreya is highest good, moksha. Avapsyata, you shall gain. Anena devan bhavayata te devaha devaha vaha bhavayantu parasparam bhavayantaha param shreyeha avapsyata. Propitiate the deities with this yajna. May those deities propitiate you. Propitiating one another, you shall gain the highest good, moksha. Previously, the Lord had said, with this yajna, may you all grow. In this verse, so with this yajna, may you all grow. In this verse, Krishna told Arjuna how by performing the daily rituals enjoined by the Veda, the various deities or aspects of the Lord are propitiated. The sun is a blessing, no doubt. But if you look at it as just a ball of fire, it is not a deity, a devata. It is purely an inert blessing. It is a purely an inert blessing. However, if you look at the sun as a devata, you are recognizing that it is a non-separate from Ishvara. Similarly, with other deities, water called Varuna, air called Vayu, fire Agni, the earth called Prithvi. Space Akasha is also a devata, as is time Kala, as is time Kala. Thus, there are any number of devatas whose blessings you partake of every day. Hmm. How nicely put it. Wait, where did I go here? There is a mutual respect here. Let me see this one. Did I- Oh my God. Okay. There is a mutual respect here. The deities bless you and you propitiate them. The deities bless you and you propitiate them. You offer them your oblations. They offer you their oblations in the form of rain, energy, health, and so on. In this way, may you gain moksha, param shreyaha, characterized by knowledge. In due course, step by step, not directly, not immediately, but by antakarna shuddhi, by preparing the mind, purifying it for the knowledge. If you die while pursuing knowledge without having gained it, it is said that at the very least you will gain heavenly enjoyment, Swarga. Therefore, there is no loss. Swarga also stands for better births, meaning that in your next birth you will go further along towards moksha. In this interpretation is more relevant since the Gita is moksha sastra, not swarga sastra. So, mm, they probably missed the page. Looks like. Okay, sorry. So Prithvi, okay. I'll read from here again. Previously, the Lord had said, with this yajna, may you all grow. In this verse, Krishna told Arjuna how, by performing the daily rituals enjoined by the Veda, the various deities or aspects of the Lord are propitiated. The sun is a blessing, no doubt, but if you look at it as just a ball of fire, it is not a deity, a devata. It is purely an inert blessing. However, if you look at the sun as a devata, you are recognizing that it is a non-separate from Ishvara. Similarly, with the other deities, water called Varuna, uh, air called Vayu, fire Agni, and earth called Prithvi, space Akasha is also a devata, as is time Kala. Thus, there are any number of devatas whose blessings you partake of every day. 430. So next should be 432. Okay, this is the correct page. Sorry, I missed this page. There is an ecology at the level of your understanding with reference to free will, which is where the order that is Ishvara is to be appreciated. Okay, there is an ecology at the level of your understanding with reference to free will. which is where the order that is Ishvara's to be appreciated. Daily yajnas imply your oblations, propitiation to all these devatas who are Ishvara in the form of various forces. So, who are Ishvara in the form of various forces. May you propitiate them, and thus propitiated, may they bless you. You perform your daily duties and prayers, and let the cosmic forces bless you. Let them bless you, and you propitiate them. May you not disturb the cosmic ecology by not doing what is to be done. A recognition, a sensitivity is involved here. By recognizing the cosmic forces, you do not take things for granted. This is why children in India are told that they must get up before the sun rises. A child might think, so that if the sun rises, let it rise. Why should I get up? So again, a recognition, a sensitivity is involved here. By recognizing the cosmic forces, you do not take things for granted. This is why children in India are told that they must get up before the sun rises. A child might think, "Oh, so what if the sun rises? Let it rise. Why should I get up?" But they are told that they must rise in time to welcome the sun. The sun is a blessing, and when a blessing comes, you should not be sleeping. You should be wide awake for its coming. A man had been meditating for 20 years. The Lord was pleased with his meditation and appeared before him. Unfortunately, the man was asleep at the time. This happens in meditation sometimes. And so the Lord came and went. The person had to meditate another 20 years before the Lord came again. But here, in the form of the sun, the Lord comes every day. Therefore, you should not be under the sheets when he comes. You should get up to receive the blessing that is the Lord. This kind of appreciation is what ecology is all about. This kind of appreciation is what ecology is all about. There is no ecology other than your own understanding. You have to understand, otherwise, there is no ecology. Ecology is only for the person who understands. Yajna requires sensitivity. There are those who say that if you have seen one redwood tree, you have seen them all. Ronald Reagan said this when he was governor of California because timber companies were destroying all the redwood trees. He was asked to put an end to the destruction. Reagan's response was that they would keep just a few trees so that people could see them. He did not see why anyone would want to preserve these 100-year-old trees. This represents a particular level of understanding. At this level, there is no ecology, only economy. And in the long run, there is no economy either. Therefore, ecology is an appreciation that is in your head. In other words, in the eyes of the beholder. It is not the beyond the eyes. Excuse me. It is not beyond the eyes. It does not exist outside. If you do not see it, it's not there. This is then is ecology. Appreciation of Ishvara is also ecology, but at a deeper level. Ishvara is appreciated as the cosmic forces, and this it is thereby propitiated. One of the forms of propitiation is a daily prayer. Therefore, may you appreciate Ishvara in your prayers as the forces, the deities, and let them bless you. So it could be the forces, deities, let them bless you. May you all grow by doing what is to be done. There is a mutual respect here. The deities bless you and you propitiate them. You offer them your oblations and they offer you their oblations in the form of rain, energy, health, and so on. In this way, you gain moksha, param shreyaha, corrects by knowledge in due course, step by step, not directly, not immediately, but by antakarna shuddhi, by preparing the mind, purifying it for the knowledge. If you die while pursuing knowledge without having gained it, it is said that at the very least you will gain heavenly enjoyment, swarga. Therefore, there is no loss. Swarga also stands for better births, meaning that in your next birth you will go further along towards moksha. This interpretation is more relevant since the Gita is moksha sastra, not swarga sastra. Then Krishna said, so we are done. I think I went over a couple of minutes. This is another yet Paramatma's beautiful verse, and he really outlined well like what we supposed to do, how we supposed to do to get there. So anyway, I'll end here since our time is up, unless anyone have anything to say. Not only is like mindful, like yesterday she said awareness and what we are doing wholeheartedly, we have to acknowledge Ishvara is everything. And also here, Ishvara is in a different forms and forces also. So they didn't give up this, oh, we have so many devatas and so many, natural um, forces like here the five elements, being mentioned as devatas and including the Kala. So we read the other day, we reviewed it again, the Tatubud, how all the organ god and uh, deities presiding deities for all this elements and karmendriya, jnanendriyas, on the mind, buddhi and memories, ego and everything. Okay. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Dr. Brahmara, you have the thing to share. The
Today, I won't
sadhana.
be able to share if anybody
Okay.
else can, please.
Okay. No problem. No problem. I'll try looking it up in the previous one. is Bhakti.
Dr. Mara, I'm not able to hear anything.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what's going on.
Not able to hear Maraji.
Yeah. It should, is anybody can screen? I don't know, this is not working for me.
Jai Guru, I'll try from the same YouTube Gita Manana only. Just give me 2 minutes.
Okay.
is accept.
Hope you are able to hear, all of you.
Yes, Belaji. Yes.
Yes, Didi, yes.
Okay, okay.
Now.
A moment totally with depth. Let us keep our spine erect and body relaxed and eyes closed. Relax your shoulders. Keep a big smile on your face. You're sitting like the statue of Buddha, very serene and with a serene smile on your face. Relax your body. Let's take a deep breath in and breathe out. Become aware of your chest region, throat and chest region. If you notice some tension in the body, just let it be. Except those parts of the body where you feel a tension, the other parts are in comfort. other parts are at peace. Become aware of that also. There are many good things about you and inside of you. Acknowledge them. They will never leave you. And the negative aspect you may see in you is never going to stay with you forever. They are all guests for some time. Let them be. Sit with the total acceptance of yourself the way you are at this very moment. Total acceptance of what is now here will lead us to deeper meditation. Let go of all the efforts. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let go of all your effort and be in this emptiness. And slowly and gradually become aware of body and surroundings. And you may gently open your eyes.
Jai Gurudev. Thank you.